Hi, it's me, Charlene, and today is August 24th, and I'm here to share with you another daily quickie. When I was growing up as a kid, my mother and school actually too taught us about the golden rules, and they were please and thank you. And that stuck with me throughout my life. My mother was very big on manners. She taught us that having manners, good manners, would help us throughout our life. And I found that to be true as I remember in university, I had to visit the student service offices when I was close to graduating. And I went there primarily for advice, which is what that office was set up for. I wanted advice in terms of what area to pursue my master's degree in. And I wasn't I was a little conflicted because my background is psychology and I wanted to pursue a quick master's degree because I felt I was a little too old, well, compared to my fellow students. I started university a little later, 23 years to be exact, and by the time I was 26, 27, I was graduating with my undergraduate. Anyway, to make a long story short, as we say, I visited the office quite frequently, and the admin assistant at the time would be the first contact person I would see, and I always greeted her with the proper salutation, whether it was morning or afternoon. I never passed her desk without greeting her, acknowledging her presence. And there are times I was rushing and I could have just rushed past her. Anyway, after I left that institution and went on to do my master's, I pursued my master's at another institution, and I had an opportunity to go back to my alma mater where I did my undergraduate, and for work. In fact, one of my professors recommended me for a job in that same department as a student services counselor. And the day I went for the interview, I had to go back to that very office, and that same admin assistant was there, and she remembered me quite well. So while I was in the interview, conducting the interview with the director, she came in and I saw her whispered something to him, but I didn't pay it any attention. I didn't think it had anything to do with me. I figured she just had a message for him. Anyway, he paused during the interview and he said, "Do you know what? That lady came in to tell me that I must hire you because while you were a student, she remembered you always coming into the office and you were so well mannered that she thought you were a good pick for the position." The interview ended right there. And of course, I got the job. And that made me really, really, first of all, thank my mother for her upbringing and for her constantly telling us how important it was, and still is, to have good manners. She used to say, "Manners will get you a far way." And we used to laugh. I remember my brother and I used to laugh because we took it literally. And yeah, manners, good manners. And I am talking about this today because I don't know, our society has changed a lot. And I don't want to sound like one of those old fogies that said the young people don't have any manners nowadays. But I really see how the way we treat people and our manners have changed a lot. It is appalling sometimes to see how scant the regard is for each other, and when it comes on to manners, good manners, especially among, and I don't want to label them as bad, ill-mannered. I notice that even the young people nowadays don't seem to have the same values when it comes on to manners and certain conduct. I'm just talking about this because it's so important. I am a 56-year-old woman, and I still believe it's important to display good manners to anyone, young, old, in between, it doesn't matter. I think it's so important that we regard each other and we show respect and have good manners, and it really does help a lot. I'm just coming out of my faculty office, and I have to pass the receptionist, the security guard, and I acknowledge each person because, as far as I'm concerned, they are humans and they deserve respect. So I just wanted to talk about manners and how important it is that we regard each other, we acknowledge each other as humans and display good manners. And like I said, I was taught the golden rules, please and thank you, and part of that is really about manners and having good manners. So I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense to you, but I think it's still important, and it's still cool. It's still cool to have good manners. I thank my mama for really growing us up with good manners, and I think she'd be very proud of us today because each of our children really display good manners and we regard people. Anyway, that's my message for today, my quickie. I leave you with peace, I leave you with love, and as always I ask that you take good care of yourself and stay safe.